We're going to change gears a little bit. We're going to talk about the biggest mistake made in direct mail and how to avoid it. And this applies whether you're using direct mail or online or print or radio. And it's marketers who focus on short-term self-liquidating offers instead of long-term customer relationships. And what I mean by that is when somebody comes into your sales funnel and they buy that initial product, and let's say it's a $49 product, right? If you focus the cost of that campaign, you do the analysis, and you say that, oh, they only spent $49, but it cost me $52 to bring them in, so therefore it's a bust. A lot of marketers look at their marketing that way, and it's a huge mistake. The reality is you want to look at the long term and how much that customer is going to spend with you over the next 6 months, 9 months, a year. Let's say you're a dry cleaner and you're trying to evaluate a marketing campaign and you're trying to decide, well, is it worth spending money on direct mail? And you do the math and you say, okay, my average dry cleaning bill is $39.95. And you don't know the value of the customer beyond that. And let's say that the cost of the mailing is about 60 cents per piece and you're mailing 10,000 pieces, so it's $6,000. And you're estimating you're going to get a 1% response rate. So you have about 100 customers come in from this campaign. So if you do the math on this campaign as you're trying to evaluate, is this something good that I should do? And you look at the number of customers who came in, the amount that they spend, the amount that it cost you to send it out, you're going to show that you have a $2,000 loss. Now, most people would look at this and say, Craig, there's absolutely no way I'm going to do this direct mail campaign. It's a complete waste of my money. I'm going to lose $2,000. Why even consider it? Well, let's look at it again. Let's say this dry cleaning business is a little more savvy, and they know that the average person who comes in and gets their shirts cleaned, that they're going to stick with them for 6 months, and they're going to spend $139.70 over the next 6 months. So now everything else is the same response rate, same cost. The one difference is, in the first example, they don't know what the lifetime value of their customer is, and the second one, they do. So now, when you plug in that figure, looking at the long-term value, the long-term commitment of the customer, you can see that they would have a $7,900 profit. You guys see a different way of looking at things? Short-term, self-liquidating, what do I get right now, versus long-term customer. What are your customers worth to you over the course of 3 months, 6 months, a year? The companies that I work with that make over $100 million a year, their mindset is this. They want to know how much money can I spend to acquire customers. They don't care how big a loss they go in, as long as they can recoup it and make it back in 6 months, 9 months, a year. So knowing your lifetime value of your customer is going to help you know how much to spend, right? If you know that your customer will spend $750 with you over the next 6 months, you might be willing to spend $300 to acquire them. So you can see that knowing the value of your customers will help you make important marketing decisions. If you're not doing this, even if you don't do direct mail, you need to do this for business. You got to know how much your customers are worth. They're worth more than $49 to you. You know, there's got to be a longer term commitment from them. There's got to be other products and services you can sell them. There's got to be a way that first offer you make them is not the only offer you make them. The biggest mistake in really direct mail marketing, but really in marketing in general, is focusing too much on those small self-liquidating offers instead of the long-term customer value.